kayo dyan, oh. Totoong ginamit ko, di ba, Pi? Totoong ginamit niya.
Oh, okay.
May nakatayo dyan. Yan, sa nakatayo. Ano ba yun?
1940.
Parang dalawang papa ko dyan.
Ma.
Millennia, man. Millennia. That's the Missouri right there. Right there, the battleship. You're the history of the Arizona, right? MJ.
Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's go over here.
Dito yung mga ano dati, nakaship. MJ, the ship, he got found. This place, he got found.
Okay, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Here, make a vlog. Make a vlog. Do the vlog, your vlog. Go, just walk. Walk. You just talk. Where are you right now?
I don't know.
Pearl Harbor. Say Pearl Harbor. Bahaba.
Hindi mabre. Picture yan sandali.
Tayo rin dapat. Ilabas na nga yung sinabi.
Hi. Hi. Hi, bud boy.
Tawa
Hi,
na.
bud.
Hey, MJ, take a picture here.
Doon tayo.
EJ, you and your sister. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Papa, ikaw doon. Si Mama, tama. Wow.
Daddy. Daddy.
Mm.
Look, there's a boat right there.
MJ, come here.
Yan ba yung ganda tingnan? Parang
1, 2. Ma'am. Okay. EJ, go with them. Oh, the four of us. Okay. Stay there, MJ. 1, 2.
Bakit? Bakit?
Oh, kasi hindi daw siya kasama.
Saan tayo? Ay, dyan sa sakay.
Kami nga, picture mga kami.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Park Service and the United States Navy welcome you to Pearl Harbor. Please remain seated for the duration of the boat ride. Watch your step as you embark and disembark the vessel. Standing is not permitted at any time while the vessel is up. And again, no standing is permitted for the duration of the ride. If you have any questions during your visit today, please speak with a National Park Service representative after you return to the visitor center. Side of Fort Island. The mighty battleships were the backbone of the Pacific Fleet, and each boasted a crew of nearly 1,500 men. In all, almost 200 American vessels were located on Pearl Harbor that day. Off the starboard bow, or right front of the boat, you can still see the white concrete mooring buoys that continue to display some of these names. The battleships that came to Pearl Harbor back then did not drop anchor to secure their position. Instead, they were tied to these white concrete blocks, which were built in the 1930s. The Pacific Fleet tended to tie two ships together, one inboard, closest to the quays, and one outboard. The mooring key closest to the bridge was reserved for the USS Nevada. The Nevada was the only battleship to get underway during the attack on Oahu. She pulled out just before 9 o'clock, after the first wave of planes had left, and valiantly headed towards the sea. At the same time, Japanese planes from the second wave were flying over Diamond Head on the southeast side of the island to continue the attack on Pearl Harbor. As they arrived, they saw this great warship moving out of the harbor and began to attack. She was badly damaged by Japanese dive bombers and torpedo planes, and eventually was purposely run aground on a coral ledge to avoid sinking. Almost 60 USS Nevada crew members lost their lives in this short time. Despite this great sacrifice, Nevada's attempted exit was met with cheers from other sailors and Marines witnessing the attack, and served as a morale boost for many. Following an extensive salvage operation, the USS Nevada's guns boomed once again as she provided fire support for Americans who stormed the beaches of Normandy, southern France, Iwo Jima, and Okinawa. Continuing on, the attack on Pearl Harbor began at 7:55 a.m., with torpedo planes coming in waves from both the north and south, while flying at an altitude of only 30 feet. The first few torpedoes slammed into the hull of the USS Oklahoma, exactly in the spot where the battleship Missouri is today. Oklahoma began to tilt, and in less than 12 minutes, she had completely rolled over, only stopping when her masts hit the bottom of the harbor. She had taken as many as 8 torpedo hits on her port or left side. This was a crippling blow, and consequently, 429 sailors and Marines were lost when they were over. A memorial dedicated to these men was erected on the shoreline, where many of her crew first set foot on Hawaiian soil years ago. The West Virginia, Tennessee, Maryland, California, and Pennsylvania were all damaged to varying degrees during the attack, losing almost 250 crew members among them. Despite sustaining serious damage and settling to the harbor floor following the attack, the West Virginia and California were salvaged and put back into service as well. Both of them would play a vital role in the coming conflict in the Pacific. On December 7, 1941, the USS Arizona was moored here next to the USS Vestal, a smaller repair ship. At 7:55 a.m., the ship's air raid alarm went off, and the ship soon went to general quarters, and the call for all hands to go to their battle stations immediately. For the next 10 minutes, the men of the Arizona were strafing from incoming Japanese planes and bombs from Nakajima B-5N-8 torpedo bombers, which carried armor-piercing shells modified into 800 kilogram or 1,750-pound bombs. At 8:06 a.m., a fatal blow struck the Arizona. The Japanese bomb cut through the deck, sinking the gun turret, which would have been about 200 feet Arizona accounts for approximately half of all the lives lost during the attack. This includes every member of the heralded USS Arizona band, 23 sets of brothers, including a father and his son. The mighty Arizona was just over 600 feet long that day, about the length of 2 American football fields. Although she would never be returned to service, 2 of Arizona's gun turrets were salvaged for later use as coastal defenses. On December 6, 1941, just 1 day before the attack, the USS Arizona had taken off almost 1.4 million gallons of crude oil in preparation for an invasion. Much of that oil caught fire, permanently following the attack. However, the fuel that remains slowly leaks into the wreckage at a rate of about 1 to 2 gallons per day. The National Park Service and
That's
the
too
US
close then. That's gonna be too
Monitoring
close.
the site. But at this time, oil leakage poses no environmental hazard. The Arizona Survivors Association has referred to these surfacing drops of oil as the black tears of the Arizona. Although there is no way of knowing how long the oil will seep out, many believe that the ship will continue to cry these black tears until the last survivor of the USS Arizona passes on. The USS Arizona Memorial is 184 feet long and is suspended directly over, but not touching, the wreckage of the USS Arizona. It was completed in 1962 and dedicated on Memorial Day that year. The designer and architect was Alfred Price, who created 3 main parts: the entry room, assembly room, and shrine room. You'll notice that the memorial has 2 peaks on each end and sags in the center. Mr. Price stated that his design represented American pride before the attack, the sudden depression that followed it, and America's eventual rise to victory at the end of the war. At the very back of the memorial, nearest to Ford Island, is the shrine room. Covering its back wall are the names of 1,177 American servicemen who died on board. That is the largest loss of life of any ship in American naval history. 2 separate sections display the names of USS Arizona survivors who later chose to be returned to the ship following their passing. Any surviving crew member of the USS Arizona who was assigned to the ship on December 7th can elect to have their ashes placed within the wreck. To date, over 40 men have already rejoined their shipmates on board. It's important to remember that this wasn't just an attack on Pearl Harbor. It was an attack on all of Oahu. 15 minutes before the assault here, Japanese aircraft struck all the military airfields around the island and neutralized American air power. Within the next 15 minutes, they neutralized American
Where are we? Where are we again?
I
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it in the way back.
Daddy, look. There's a bird over there.
That memorial. Can you take one portrait and then one? Well, it might end up being landscape because of that.
Ma! Tayong...
Let us know.
Come on, AJ. There's food over there. We can go to the submarine. It's cooler in the submarine. What's this?
Ay, pagod na yung babae mo.
May pagkain doon.
Saan?
Don't do that, EJ. Come here, come here. It's okay, it's okay. It's a submarine. It's not gonna go anywhere. Just stay in the middle. Yeah. Why? Why?
We're not gonna use it.
No. That's how it sinks and floats. Let's go. Let's go in the front. I'll start downstairs. Come on, let's go start downstairs. Manong. EJ, come here. Okay, is that better, MJ? You're inside a submarine. Come here, come here.
There's a bed there.
That's where the torpedoes are. He's gonna go there. Go inside and then we're gonna shoot it.
Hey.
Take a EJ, come here. Sit down, suck in that still. Get her, EJ. still works. Dive, dive, dive. Stay there. Okay, go to Kuya. EJ. Manong. You're MJ, you're driving a submarine. What? Where are you going? You can't see where you're going. Mahaba nga. Hindi nakita. Okay, come on. Sa labas yan, sa puwet. Labas puwet. Fire 1! Fire 2! Kusina. It's a mess hall. DJ, wait. And what do you call this? Engine room. Engine room. Hey, you can stand there. Manong. Doon kayo. Sorry. MJ, move. EJ, come here. Come here. Oops. Let them go first.
Hindi. High voltage, don't touch. Okay.
What's that? Cork starter. Full ahead. Stop. Launch torpedoes, MJ. Launch. Dive. Wait, wait. Last picture with the EJ. Do it, Papa. Okay, 1, 2. Hey, stand in that circle. Hello. Go in the middle. Yeah, yeah. Look up. Look up. Wait, wait. Look up. Go. Okay, hold me. Hold my pants. Okay, don't go on the side, okay? Okay. Stand here. Yeah. Yeah. Stand there, hold that so you don't. Here, your turn. Wait, wait, wait.
The baby plant. There.
Okay, you guys stand together. DJ. Okay, tatlo po. Look like a cannon. Okay. Stay here. Stay here. I want to take a picture.
Those gonna let it go off.
Huh?
Let it go off.
Can you wait? MJ, you wanna go up here or stay there? Okay, hold there. You're not scared. Why are you scared? Look down, see, it's nothing. Okay, let them get up first. Wait, let them get out of the way. We're gonna. Okay, let's go around.
Right there.
I see it right now.
EJ, come on.
Yun yung ticket natin. It looks different when last time we went. Parang
Matagal na tayo na yun.
mas more ano yun.
Matagal na yun. Long time ago.
Your first stop will be a quick medical boarding photo. After that, you can see the front to back, two ticket passengers according to your party.
Say hi! Yay! Where are the train? Dole Plantation train. Where are you, MJ? Let's go into your MJ.
Huh?
This is where Dole makes their things.
Yeah, it's a plantation. Plantation, you know, farmer.
We're gonna bring in your uniform. MJ.
Aloha, and welcome aboard the Pineapple Express train tour. This 2-mile, 22-minute train ride will take you through a working plantation of pineapple and other crops, often featuring fields in all stages of growth, from planting to harvest. To our right are the grounds of the Plantation Garden Tour, where guests can take a leisurely stroll through 8 different mini gardens and get an up-close view of a variety of plants, flowers, and native species while listening to stories about life on the plantation and Hawaiian heritage. Just a few announcements as we head out into the plantation. For your safety and those around you, please stay seated. Keep your head, arms, legs, and any devices, including selfie sticks, inside the train at all times. Please refrain from eating or drinking, and if you should accidentally drop something outside the train, there are numbered markers along the train path. Just tell us the marker number where you dropped your item, and we'll be able to retrieve it for you upon our return. And now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Let's begin our journey with a little history on this special place of Oahu called Wahiawa. Before the Hawaiian Islands were united by King Kamehameha I, Wahiawa was where Oahu chiefs and their armies lived, trained, and fought for control of the island. Wahiawa was also the birthplace of royal family members. Roughly translated, the name Wahiawa means place of rumbling. It was believed the rumbling sound of thunderstorms common in this area were the voices of the ancestral gods welcoming an offspring of divine rank.
bananas
Visit one of the
come from?
many shops and restaurants
The
in
banana
Wailua
tree.
town and experience the hometown pride and
There's no
aloha
bananas
spirit
yet.
displayed by its residents.
Banana there.
Nana.
Off to our left are pineapple fields in various stages, ranging from land preparation to harvest. Here, pineapple is grown year-round. However, depending on the time of the year, the fields you see may be fallow or undergoing planting or harvesting. To prepare the field for planting, the ground is plowed and mixed with fertilizer, resulting in a
Yeah,
fine,
see, that's where it's come from.
nutrient-rich
But
soil.
no, it's not fruit yet.
Next,
It's not
strips of
blooming.
thin plastic mulch are laid in the field. The plastic mulch helps to confine the fumigant, retain moisture, control weeds and pests, and heat the soil to stimulate root growth. After the field is prepared, the planting process begins. The green leafy top of the pineapple, called the crown, is the preferred planting material used in Hawaii. Each crown is planted by hand. The planters use a sharp planting knife to cut a hole through the plastic mulch. They then place the bottom of the crown directly into the hole. A skilled planter can plant roughly 10. To harvest the pineapple, a crew of workers will walk through the rows of pineapple, twisting off the fruit and placing it on a boom conveyor, which gently moves the fruit to a bin on an awaiting truck. Even in the hot summer months, the workers must wear heavy clothing, gloves, and mesh goggles to protect themselves from the sharp, rigid leaves of the pineapple plant. Once the truck is full, the pineapple is transported to the Dole packing plant, located right across the street from the Dole plantation parking lot. Before entering the packing plant, the pineapples are placed in a water dump system designed to clean and separate the pineapple, so only the best quality fruit makes its way into the packing plant. Once inside, workers hand select the fruit based on size and shell color and carefully pack them into boxes.
Oh, that's how they
Roughly half of
distribute
the Dole pineapple
the
grown in
fertilizer and the
Hawaii is
water.
sent to various stores and restaurants throughout the Hawaiian Islands. The other half is shipped primarily to the west coast of the United States, with some pineapple even making its way to Japan. So, how can you tell if a fresh pineapple is sold at a store in your hometown is a Dole pineapple grown in Hawaii?
Is it,
Just look for the tag.
Yeah.
If it says Dole Royal Hawaiian Pineapple on the tag, you've got yourself a genuine Dole pineapple grown right here in the islands.
A lot of the Philippines used to, they would just eat it from the...
Here's a bit of history on the pineapple. The Hawaiian word for pineapple is halakahiki, which means foreign fruit. It is believed that pineapple first originated in Paraguay or Brazil. Carried aboard 15th and 16th century trade ships, pineapple was soon found growing as far away as Mexico, Australia, China, and India. Christopher Columbus brought pineapples back from his travels into the world, but is quickly establishing itself as a source for some of the best and rarest chocolates in the world. A few miles north of Dole Plantation is the Wailua Estate Cacao Farm, run by Dole Fruit Company. The rich volcanic soil and excellent growing conditions in this area, combined with high-quality chocolate-making practices, have allowed Wailua Estate to become the undisputed leader and producer of the best chocolate in Hawaii. If you haven't done so already, we encourage you to visit the Wailua Estate chocolate display area inside the Dole Plantation store. In addition to showcasing a delicious assortment of world-class chocolates, we also conduct a free demonstration on how chocolate is produced from bean to bar. If you haven't noticed, there's a large reservoir out here. It's called the Tanana Reservoir and was constructed in the early 1900s. The reservoir holds roughly 155 million gallons of water and is used to irrigate the pineapple fields and other agricultural crops in this area. Okay, let's take a short break and enjoy some music performed by local recording artist Manoa DNA. Their CD titled Pineapple Express is only available here at Dole Plantation, and you can pick up a copy for just $5 by showing your train stub.
The sand. Or go hiking to the top of Mauna Kea and see all that you can. When you leave our special islands with aloha in your memory.
just wouldn't be complete without mentioning the most influential person in Hawaii's pineapple industry, James Drummond Dole. James Dole arrived in Hawaii in 1899, and the following year he bought a 61-acre tract of land right here in Wahiawa, where he established his first pineapple plantation. Early on, James Dole knew there would be a huge market for pineapple outside of Hawaii. However, the only way to reach this market was to pack and seal the pineapple in cans. As a result, in 1901, James Dole built a pineapple cannery here in Wahiawa, which marked the start of the Hawaiian Pineapple Company. Several years later, in 1907, the cannery was relocated to Honolulu Harbor, closer to the labor pool, shipping ports, and supplies. The Honolulu Cannery, at one time the world's largest cannery, remained in operation until 1991. As the demand for pineapple grew, so did the need for more land. So, in 1922, James Dole bought the island of Lanai and converted it from a cactus-covered island with 150 people into the largest pineapple plantation in the world. For nearly 70 years, Lanai operated as a pineapple plantation, and in its heyday supplied nearly 75% of the world's pineapple. By the 1930s, Hawaii was known as the pineapple capital of the world, and James Dole, the Pineapple King. The Hawaiian Pineapple Company he founded was now processing over 200,000 tons of pineapple a year, helping to make pineapple Hawaii's second largest industry, responsible for 90% of all the canned pineapple produced in the world. And the Philippines. Plantation villages or camps were set up to house the workers and their families. These villages reflected the different cultures the laborers brought with them. In fact, many cultural aspects of these plantation villages have endured and influenced life in Hawaii today. Over the years, Hawaii's agricultural land has shifted from being dominated by sugar and pineapple to a multitude of crops, including bananas, macadamia nuts, papayas, and flowers. Hawaii also produces some of the best coffee, which has been growing in the island since the 1800s. Coffee plants generally take 7 years to reach full production. Hawaiian coffees are world famous.
Come here, baby.
Sarap ng hangin. Okay, like that.
Hey, don't get in the dirt. You don't have to go in the dirt. I said don't get on the dirt. Nga, eh.
Oh, I didn't get you.
I'm gonna go in the middle. Come here, MJ. Look, walk away. Go, go. Just walk straight. Go, EJ, go. Walk straight.
Different kind. Go there, go there, go there. Stay there, stay there. Take a picture. Over here, different color. Yeah, right there.
Okay, walk straight. Go, EJ, go. Follow her, please. Papa's there, MJ. Look, Papa, look.